So we'll get into that in the next session. I don't want to get too deep into it now. Makara means crocodile. Yeah, in Capricorn. Kumbha means a person carrying a water jug, a water carrier, Aquarius. You've all heard of the Kumbha Mela in India. Mela means a festival or assembly of people, like a fair. And Kumbha is the time of the year when the sun is in the constellation Kumbha, in Rashi Kumbha. And Meena means fish. And Pisces, of course, is known as the fish. So we have in the, I should have used the pointers, sorry. So in Mesha Rashi is a fire sign, male, movable. Movable means people born under that sign can easily change. Fixed means they can't change. Very difficult for them to change. And common is a sort of a medium in between the two. They can change, but it takes some work. And similarly, each sign has a lord. One of the planets, or grahas, is the lord of that sign, according to its nature. And the lordship of signs is very important in chart interpretation. It means that that planet represents the qualities of that sign. And so according to where the lord of a Rashi is located, then different interpretations are there in the scriptures. And these interpretations are so exact, so precise and right on. You'll just be amazed. You go through a person's chart and you calculate the lords of all the signs and where they're located. Oh man, the predictions you get are just so amazing. So it's very, very easy, once you know these things, to make interpretations. Now, I'm sure somebody is going to ask, where can I get this chart? So all these charts are available for download from our site, from the Jyotish course. Maybe later on today, I'll make a post where you can download all these graphics and charts, because I'm sure you'd like to have them for study. In fact, these charts, the information on these charts, really should be memorized. If you're going to be a competent astrologer, because otherwise you'll find yourself looking through, Uddhava is laughing because he knows that I don't have them memorized. So when I do somebody's chart, I'm always like looking through all these notes. Let's see, what's the lord of so-and-so? It's very difficult. But I don't want to be a professional astrologer. I just want to be a wise guy. A wise man. Anyway, all this information really, it will become very familiar to you, because every time you do a chart, or every time you try to interpret somebody's chart, you're going to be looking this stuff up. So after a while, it's going to be like, well, I might as well just memorize it, otherwise I spend the rest of my life looking stuff up.
The lords are only 5 planets, right?
No, they're all 9 planets. This chart isn't complete because I don't want to confuse people with Rahu and Ketu until we talk about what they are. See, I don't want to get into all that complicated stuff right away. I want to give people a chance to get used to it. These are the Nakṣatras. Here's the name of the Nakṣatras, and you notice we're using the Vedic spellings, diacritics, for the Vedic characters, because these are really Vedic names. And they don't map across into English very well. So we're going to use these Vedic spellings as a standard in our course, and the Vedic names also, because there's like 3 or 4 different ways of spelling each one of these in English, and none of them are very good because they don't really get all the nuances of the pronunciation. For example, Ashvini Nakshatra is from 0 degrees Aries to 13 degrees 19 minutes Aries. Or Mesha. 0 degrees Mesha to 13:19 Mesha. In other words, each nakshatra is 13 degrees and 20 minutes. Just like each of the 12 Raśis is 30 degrees. Mesha is 0 degrees to 30 degrees. Vrishabha is 30 degrees to 60 degrees. Mithuna is 60 degrees to 90 degrees. Karkata is 90 degrees to 120 degrees, and so on. Similarly, in the Nakṣatras, each one occupies 13 degrees and 20 minutes. They're all the same size. And so as we go around the chart, we see the same sequence repeated, I believe it's 3 times. From 0, to here we go, Ashlesha goes to 29:59 Cancer, Karkata. And then Magha, it begins 0 degrees Singha, or Leo. And again, every 13 degrees and then 20 minutes. So these are the first 18 Nakṣatras. Then the rest of the Nakṣatras are given in this view. And you can see how they go all the way to 29:59 Meena. Here's the other chart showing how the Raśis and the Nakṣatras are related. They occupy the same space along the ecliptic.
He's saying, are the Raśis and the Nakṣatras located far away from another in space?
Oh boy. Some of them are and some of them aren't. From our point of view, they're all right next to each other in space. But in, relative to the galaxy, no. Some are closer, some are farther away. Like all the stars in the Orion Nebula are relatively close together in space. But then just to the south of Orion is Sirius and and Scorpio, Zubenel Ganeshwar and all those strange sounding stars. They're located in a completely different part of the galaxy, but they just appear from our point of view to be located together. Remember, the stars don't control anything. They are just a map by which we measure the motions of the planets, which allow us to determine patterns in time. Remember, don't get caught up thinking that the map is the territory. The map is different from the territory. The stars and planets are different from time. Time is what we're measuring. Time is what we're interested in here. It's just that the planets and stars help us measure time. But really, time is the thing that's causing all the changes. So it's time that we want to know about. The stars, the Nakṣatras, Raśis, and all that are just a way of measuring time. Please don't forget that. Don't get caught up in the map and think that it's the territory, okay?
I just wanted to know that for information about their position in the universe.
Well, you can look at any good astronomy site and see where the different constellations are located in the galaxy. But that's not something I want to get into here. Okay, let's go on. Okay, here we are back again, looking at the Raśis and Nakṣatras in relation to the horizon. Now let's suppose that we're doing someone's astrological chart. And it so happens that they are born exactly at this moment. Okay? So we have Mesha Rashi rising, 1 degree, and Ashvini Nakshatra rising. And then on the other side we have Tula Rashi and Chitra Nakshatra are setting. So how does that look on a person's astrological chart? Let me point out the different features of this chart. Remember, we have the Mesha Rashi rising. Mesha Rashi is rising, so therefore it's in the east. And Tula Rashi is setting, therefore it's in the west. And from Mesha through Kanya are below the horizon, and from Tula through Meena are above the horizon. Let's go back and look at the sky map again. Let's go back and look at the chart again.